There's a quiet exodus happening. Men over 65 are packing their bags and disappearing into a tropical dream. What's drawing them in? It's not what you think. Let's dive in. Filipino women frequently marry foreign men. Filipino women are known for their warmth, resilience, and strong family values, qualities that often attract foreign men seeking long-term, meaningful relationships. In many cases, these women grow up in tight-knit communities where loyalty and emotional closeness are central to their upbringing. As a result, they tend to be devoted partners who prioritize emotional support and family life. Foreign men often find this dynamic refreshing, especially those coming from cultures where dating has become more casual or transactional. Economic factors also play a role in these cross-cultural unions. While not the sole reason, many Filipino women are open to marrying foreign men in hopes of building a more stable future. Opportunities for upward mobility or better living conditions are sometimes limited in rural parts of the Philippines. A relationship with a foreign partner can present a chance for a new life, whether abroad or within a more financially secure setup at home. However, this doesn't diminish the emotional depth of such relationships. Many are built on genuine affection and compatibility. Cultural openness in the Philippines further contributes to the trend. English is widely spoken, and Western influence is deeply embedded in Filipino media, education, and daily life, making it easier for local women to relate to and communicate with foreign partners. Combined with a tradition of hospitality and curiosity about the world beyond their islands, many Filipino women feel comfortable entering relationships with men from different countries. Whether it's love, lifestyle, or a mix of both, these unions continue to grow in number, reflecting a unique blend of romance, pragmatism, and cultural exchange. Archipelago of islands. Scattered like emeralds across the western Pacific Ocean, the 7,641 islands of the Philippines form one of the world's most captivating archipelagos. This sprawling network of islands spans more than 300,000 square kilometers, stretching over vast marine territories rich in biodiversity. While only about 2,000 of these islands are inhabited, each carries a unique ecosystem, culture, or hidden natural wonder. From limestone cliffs in Palawan to volcanic landscapes in Bicol, the country's geography reads like a chaptered novel. Each island has its own story, shaped by wind, sea, and centuries of history. The isolation of many of these islands has preserved languages, traditions, and ways of life found nowhere else on Earth. Some remote islands are accessible only by hours-long boat rides and have their own dialects, ancient rituals, and community structures. Even on the major islands like Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, you'll find incredible variations in food, music, and belief systems. This cultural patchwork is part of what makes the Philippines so enthralling. It's a place where a traveler could sail from island to island and never quite experience the same landscape, accent, or cuisine twice. The vast number of islands also plays a crucial role in the country's marine richness. Coral reefs, mangroves, and seagrass beds support one of the most diverse marine ecosystems in the world. Many islands are ringed by turquoise lagoons, powder white beaches, and snorkeling paradises. Others remain untouched, cloaked in dense jungle, or surrounded by steep karst cliffs. Despite modern development in some areas, much of the archipelago remains a mystery, luring adventurers, scientists, and dreamers alike. In the Philippines, the journey doesn't end at the shoreline. It begins there, with thousands of islands whispering promises of discovery just over the horizon. World's longest Christmas season. In the Philippines, Christmas isn't just a holiday. It's a season, a cultural phenomenon that begins when the Ber months roll in. As early as September 1st, Malls start playing festive music. Homes are adorned with twinkling lights and giant paroles. Colorful star-shaped lanterns glow from windows and lampposts. This early start marks the beginning of what is widely recognized as the longest Christmas season in the world. For Filipinos, Christmas is more than tradition. It's a deeply cherished celebration of faith, family, and joy that stretches across nearly a third of the year. The buildup is filled with uniquely Filipino customs. One of the most cherished is the Simbang Gabi, a series of 9 dawn masses held from December 16th to 24th. It's believed that those who complete all 9 days will have their wishes granted. After the Mass, families gather outside churches to enjoy warm bibingka and puto bumbong, rice cakes that are only seen during the Christmas season. Carolers roam the streets, singing songs in English and Filipino, often crafting homemade instruments from bottle caps and cans. Each element contributes to a festive atmosphere that transforms the country into a land of music, lights, and shared joy. Even after December 25th, the celebration continues well into January. The season typically concludes with the Feast of the Three Kings, or Epiphany, and in some regions, with the Grand Sinulog and Ati-Atihan festivals that blend Catholic and indigenous traditions. The extended nature of Filipino Christmas isn't about excess. It's about anticipation, togetherness, and a collective spirit that transcends time. In a world that often rushes through holidays, the Philippines reminds us that joy, when extended across months, becomes a way of life. It's not just a season. It's a warm embrace that lasts for over 100 days. Home to the Tarsier. In the lush forests of Bohol and surrounding islands, a pair of massive, unblinking eyes peek out from behind a tree branch. Those belonging to the Philippine tarsier, one of the smallest and most peculiar primates on Earth. Measuring just 3 to 6 inches tall and weighing less than a bar of chocolate, the tarsier is a marvel of evolution. Despite its tiny size, it boasts eyes that are each larger than its brain, giving it an otherworldly stare that's perfect for nocturnal hunting. These wide eyes aren't just adorable. They allow the tarsier to see in near total darkness as it leaps between branches in pursuit of insects. The tarsier's anatomy is nothing short of extraordinary. Its long fingers and powerful legs make it a champion jumper, capable of springing more than 10 feet in a single bound. An impressive feat, considering its diminutive size. Unlike most primates, it cannot rotate its eyes in its sockets, but nature has compensated for this with a neck that can swivel nearly 180 degrees in either direction. This built-in periscope provides the tarsier with a full view of its surroundings without requiring it to move its body, thereby helping it stay undetected by predators. Despite its mythical appearance and natural agility, the Philippine tarsier is tragically endangered. Deforestation, habitat loss, and human interference have placed immense pressure on its survival. Conservation efforts, especially in Bohol's Tarsier Sanctuary, aim to protect this delicate creature and educate visitors about its ecological importance. Tourists are urged to observe quietly and respect strict no-touching policies, as the tarsier is incredibly sensitive to stress. This fragile primate is more than just a quirky photo opportunity. It's a living relic of biodiversity found nowhere else on Earth. Seeing one in person feels less like wildlife watching and more like witnessing a secret from nature's ancient book. Over 180 languages and dialects. The Philippines is a nation shaped by diversity, and nowhere is this more evident than in its rich linguistic tapestry. While Filipino and English serve as the country's official languages, used in education, government, and media, they're just the tip of the iceberg. Across its more than 7,000 islands, The Philippines is home to over 180 languages and dialects, many of which have evolved independently over the course of centuries. From Ilocano in the north to Tausug in the south, every region speaks its own unique linguistic flavor, often passed down through generations like heirlooms. This multilingual identity is a direct reflection of the country's archipelagic geography and complex history. With mountains, seas, and colonial rule creating natural and cultural divides, isolated communities developed their own modes of communication. Tagalog, the basis for Filipino, may dominate the capital region, but Cebuano is widely spoken in the Visayas and Mindanao, while Kapampangan, Waray, Hiligaynon, and Bicolano thrive in their respective homelands. Some languages are so distinct that speakers from different provinces may struggle to understand each other, despite technically belonging to the same country. Yet, this linguistic diversity is more than a source of cultural pride. It's a living testament to the Filipino people's resilience and adaptability. Many Filipinos are bilingual or even trilingual, switching fluidly between their native language, Filipino, and English, depending on the context. This code switching, often called Taglish when blending Tagalog and English, is a unique feature of everyday life. However, some indigenous languages are at risk of extinction as younger generations migrate to cities and shift toward dominant tongues. Efforts by scholars and cultural advocates are underway to preserve and revive these languages, recognizing that each dialect holds a distinct worldview. In the Philippines, every word spoken is a celebration of identity, history, and the power of voice. Jeepneys, the kings of the road. Few icons capture the spirit of the Philippines quite like the jeepney. These flamboyant vehicles, adorned with vibrant colors, chrome ornaments, and pop culture references, are more than just a means of transportation. They're rolling works of art and cultural pride. Born from post-World War II ingenuity, jeepneys were originally repurposed from surplus U.S. military jeeps left behind after the war. Filipinos extended the bodies, added bench seating, and transformed these machines into the country's most recognizable and widely used form of public transit. Each jeepney is a unique masterpiece, often reflecting the personal style and story of its owner. Religious motifs, cartoon characters, sports logos, and family portraits coexist in an eclectic swirl of paint and personality. The result is a mobile canvas that weaves together tradition, faith, humor, and everyday Filipino life. Beyond aesthetics, jeepneys are a vital part of the country's infrastructure, transporting millions of people daily along fixed routes with fares that remain affordable for all. Hopping onto a jeepney is a social experience where passengers squeeze in shoulder to shoulder, passing coins down the line to the driver with a communal sense of trust. However, the future of the iconic jeepney hangs in the balance. The Philippine government has launched a modernization program to replace old diesel models with more environmentally friendly versions. While the goal is to reduce pollution and improve safety, many fear that this shift could erode an essential part of national identity and displace thousands of drivers who can't afford the upgrade. Amid this tension, the jeepney remains a powerful symbol of Filipino resilience and innovation. It's not just transportation, it's a rolling monument to history, culture, and the enduring creativity of a people who always find a way to move forward, even in the most colorful fashion. Underground River Wonder. Hidden beneath the limestone karst landscapes of Palawan lies one of the Philippines' most surreal natural treasures, the Puerto Princesa Underground River. This incredible subterranean waterway stretches over 8 kilometers and flows directly into the South China Sea. What makes it truly extraordinary is that a portion of the river can be navigated by boat, allowing visitors to explore its mysterious caverns without ever leaving their seats. As your paddle-driven canoe glides through the dark, cathedral-like chambers, you're surrounded by jagged stalactites and stalagmites, some taking on ghostly, recognizable forms. A natural light show carved by water and time. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and later recognized as one of the new 7 Wonders of Nature, the underground river has become a symbol of the Philippines' breathtaking biodiversity and geological beauty. It's located within the Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, a lush, protected area teeming with endemic flora and fauna. The ecosystem above and below the ground works in harmony. Monkeys and monitor lizards roam the forest canopy, while bats and swiftlets occupy the ceilings of the cavernous river tunnels. This rare convergence of marine and terrestrial environments makes it a living laboratory for conservation and natural science. But what truly captivates visitors is the sense of otherworldliness that accompanies the journey. The river's chambers vary in size, with some soaring up to 60 meters high, amplifying even the softest whispers into eerie echoes. Guides often point out formations resembling religious figures, vegetables, or mythical creatures, sparking both wonder and curiosity. The Puerto Princesa Underground River isn't just a tourist destination. It's a humbling reminder of Earth's ancient and powerful artistry. For those fortunate enough to venture inside, it offers a magical, almost spiritual experience, one that lingers long after emerging back into the light. Texting, capital of the world. In an age of digital communication, the Philippines has carved out a global distinction as the texting capital of the world. With over 70 million mobile phone users across the country, Filipinos collectively send more than 1 billion text messages each day. This staggering volume of SMS traffic has amazed telecommunications analysts and tech enthusiasts alike. However, beyond the numbers lies a deeper cultural phenomenon. Texting in the Philippines is not just a means of communication. It's a way of life, deeply ingrained in social interactions, business, romance, and even political movements. The roots of this title trace back to the early 2000s when mobile phones became widely accessible in the country. While voice calls remained relatively expensive, the affordability of SMS services allowed millions of Filipinos, especially the youth, to stay connected through quick, concise messages. From students coordinating study groups, to vendors confirming orders and friends planning meetups, texting became the heartbeat of daily life. Even government agencies and political candidates use mass texting to communicate updates, campaigns, and warnings during typhoon season. The technology became so integral that even in remote areas with weak signal strength, a single bar was enough to get a message across. This texting culture has also influenced language and behavior. Filipinos have developed a distinctive shorthand, blending English, Tagalog, and regional dialects into text speak peppered with emojis and acronyms. Phrases like, "Where u na?" "Where are you now?" and "Kita kits," "See you," are common in everyday exchanges. Over time, texting helped bridge geographic distances between the country's 7,000-plus islands, reinforcing a sense of community and connectivity. In a nation where relationships and communication are valued above all, it's no wonder that texting reigns supreme. It's more than a habit. It's a digital expression of the Filipino spirit. Frequent earthquakes and volcanoes. The Philippines sits atop one of the most volatile geological regions on Earth, the Pacific Ring of Fire. This horseshoe-shaped zone encircles the Pacific Ocean and is notorious for its intense seismic and volcanic activity. As a result, the Philippines regularly experiences earthquakes, ranging from minor tremors to major jolts, as well as periodic volcanic eruptions. With over 20 active volcanoes scattered across the archipelago, the country's breathtaking beauty is shadowed by an ever-present geological restlessness that shapes both its landscape and its people. One of the most iconic and closely watched volcanoes is Mount Mayon, renowned for its almost perfect cone. Located in Albay, it erupts frequently, with locals remaining alert to evacuation orders. Another, Mount Taal, just a few hours from Manila, dramatically erupted in 2020, covering surrounding towns in ash and grounding flights. And then there's Mount Pinatubo, whose colossal eruption in 1991 is considered one of the most powerful of the 20th century. It caused global temperatures to drop and permanently altered the geography of the Philippines, specifically Luzon. Yet, despite the danger, Filipinos have learned to live resiliently alongside these giants, with communities building early warning systems and embracing science-based disaster preparedness. Earthquakes are a near-daily occurrence, though many are too mild to be felt. However, stronger quakes have historically caused significant destruction. Fault lines like the Marikina Valley Fault pose risks to densely populated areas, including Metro Manila. Still, the frequent seismic activity also yields natural benefits. Fertile volcanic soil supports agriculture, and geothermal energy harnessed from volcanic heat provides sustainable power. For many Filipinos, the Earth's rumble is simply part of life, a reminder of the natural power surrounding them. In the Philippines, the land is alive, unpredictable and dangerous, yet deeply revered as both a blessing and a challenge. World-class singers. The Philippines has become a global powerhouse when it comes to producing extraordinary vocal talent. With music deeply woven into the cultural fabric, it's no surprise that some of the most powerful and soulful voices in the world hail from this archipelago. One of the most iconic names is Lea Salonga, the Tony Award-winning performer who gave voice to Disney princesses Jasmine and Mulan. Her flawless technique, crystal-clear tone, and commanding stage presence have made her an international sensation, from Broadway to London's West End. Another Filipino voice that made waves across continents is Arnel Pineda, whose rise to fame is the stuff of modern legend. After years of performing in bars and covering rock hits, he was discovered on YouTube and chosen to be the lead singer of the legendary American rock band Journey. His vocal resemblance to Steve Perry amazed fans, and his story became a symbol of Filipino perseverance and global reach. Then there's Morissette Amon, dubbed the Asia's Phoenix. Her live performances consistently go viral, with jaw-dropping vocal control and signature whistle notes that draw comparisons to Mariah Carey. What sets Filipino singers apart is not just their technical prowess, but their emotional depth. Music in the Philippines isn't just a form of entertainment, it's a way of life. Karaoke machines are a staple in every home and street corner, honing voices from a young age. Talent shows, church choirs, and festivals serve as stages for discovering the next breakout star. The world has taken notice. International producers, talent scouts, and music fans are increasingly looking to the Philippines as a wellspring of gifted vocalists. Whether in pop, opera, R&B, or rock, Filipino singers continue to raise the bar and redefine what it means to be world-class performers. Banaue Rice Terraces. High in the Cordillera Mountains of northern Luzon lies a marvel of ancient engineering, the Banaue Rice Terraces. Carved into the steep mountainsides by the Ifugao people over 2,000 years ago, these green, cascading steps are a breathtaking testament to human ingenuity and harmony with nature. What makes the terraces even more remarkable is that they were built entirely by hand, without the aid of modern tools. Stretching over 10,000 square kilometers, they follow the contours of the land with astonishing precision, fed by an ancient irrigation system that channels water from the forested mountaintops above. Often dubbed the eighth wonder of the world, the Banaue rice terraces are more than just an awe-inspiring landscape. They're living cultural heritage. Passed down from generation to generation, the techniques used to maintain and cultivate these terraces are as old as the structures themselves. The rice varieties grown here are heirloom strains deeply tied to Ifugao rituals, harvest celebrations, and the people's spiritual connection to the land. Walking through the terraces feels like stepping into a living history book, where every stone and furrow tells a story of resilience and respect for the environment. Despite their age, the terraces are still in use today, although they face challenges from modernization and climate change. Local communities and conservation groups are working tirelessly to preserve them, not only as a national treasure but as a symbol of sustainable agriculture. Travelers who make the journey to Banaue often describe it as a transformative experience. Standing among those terraced heights, surrounded by mist and silence, it's impossible not to feel humbled by the wisdom of those who carved a civilization into the mountains. The Banaue rice terraces aren't just a wonder to behold. They're a legacy to protect. Love for beauty pageants. In the Philippines, beauty pageants transcend mere entertainment. They are a vibrant cultural phenomenon that captures the heart of the nation. From local barangay contests to the dazzling international stage, pageantry is intricately woven into the Filipino identity. The country has gifted the world with multiple title holders, including legendary Miss Universe winners like Gloria Diaz, Margie Moran, Pia Wurtzbach, and Catriona Gray. Each triumph is not just an individual accomplishment, but a jubilant national celebration, bursting with parades, media excitement, and an overwhelming sense of patriotic pride. These contests serve as a dynamic platform where grace, intelligence, and cultural pride converge, and Filipinos revel in the opportunity to witness their representatives dazzle. Every sash, every crown, and every heartfelt performance becomes a source of joy and unity, showcasing not only beauty, but the resilience and spirit of a nation that loves to celebrate its own. What sets the Philippines apart is the passion of its pageant fan base. Beauty queens enjoy a celebrity status rivaling that of movie stars, and their journeys are followed with intense devotion. Social media explodes during major competitions, with fans analyzing gowns, interviews, and even runway walks. Training camps like Aces and Queens and Kagandahang Flores are renowned for transforming young hopefuls into international contenders, focusing not only on looks, but also on eloquence, advocacy, and confidence. The fans' love is unwavering. Even those who don't win often return home to warm welcomes and fanfare. This national obsession isn't just about glitz and glamour. It reflects the Filipinos' deep-rooted values of perseverance, poise under pressure, and the belief in lifting others up. Many Filipina queens use their platforms to advocate for social causes: mental health, HIV awareness, education, and disaster relief. In a society where beauty is seen as more than skin deep, pageants become a powerful tool for empowerment and representation. In the Philippines, a crown is not just an accessory. It's a symbol of hope, inspiration, and the dreams of a nation that knows how to cheer the loudest when one of its own takes the global stage. If this hidden paradise sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Want more untold stories like this? Hit that bell and stay tuned.